Yeah, we're on the YouTube right now, so big up to everybody who's going to come through on the YouTube as well. Make sure you're hitting the like button, subscribe button, as well if you're new over there. But right now, big game in the Eastern Conference as the Boston Celtics, the champs, take on the Atlanta Hawks. It's game time right now. You know what? The clocks went back in the UK last Sunday, and we were having a nice little week of early games. I was loving the little 11 o'clocks. The clocks have gone back in America, so now everything's kind of gone back to normal. So now we're doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're about to tip off here. Jaylen Brown out with a hip flexor injury. Let me just mute myself over here. Over here. Why am I in the center? There we go. Yeah. No, whoa. Down there. There we go. Let's see what's gonna happen. Come on. Horford with a foul, but look, Horford took the rest. I think he rested the second game against the Hornets over the weekend. Got 2 wins out of 2 there from that little back-to-back road trip. This is the last game of the road trip for the Boston Celtics. They play the Warriors, which I think I'll stream that game as well. I think that's on Wednesday or Thursday. I think Wednesday, but Thursday morning, or maybe it's Friday. I don't know which day it is, but I'm definitely going to do that game. I think it's Wednesday night into Thursday morning for us over here in the UK. Ooh. Headband Derek White. Had a really good start to the season. So is Jason Tatum. He's going for his little MVP run. I'll call for this like 3 years ago, but he's now ready. Mr. Free. Nehemiah Quater as well in really athletic big. He showcased what he can do with some NBA minutes. He's a turnover now. Tatum, dunk in transition. It's a good start for the Celtics here. On the screen. Here's Horford. Corner 3. Drew Holiday knocks it down. You know what I'm saying? You can't leave Drew Holiday open in the corner, man. I think he had the highest percentage of corner 3s in the NBA last season. Yeah, that's what they're saying. I remember, man, he was hitting them, man. When you leave him open in the corner, it's trouble. That's nice. Where's the scores? Or am I covering the? Yeah, I'm covering the scores. My bad. JT. Ooh, miss. Float up, and there's the rebound by Drew Holiday. There we go, Nehemiah Quater. I like him, man. It's such an underrated pickup as well from Sacramento. Such an underrated pickup, man. Nehemiah Quater. It's Derek White though. Into Jason Tatum. MVP Jason Tatum, man. Derek White open triple knocks it. Nah, he can't knock it down. It's a good look though. It's Trae Young. Eye of glass. Can't get the roll. And Quetta with a rebound. Al Horford. He's going to take the tree. Knocks it down. Uncle Lau doing his thing. From 3. There's Dyson Daniels. Trae Young. It's a good shot. Ooh. Good ball movement there by the Hawks. There was a good game last year. DeJounte Murray, I think he got 44 points off of 44 shots. Ooh, step back. JT knocks it down. He's been killing it from three this season. I can't lie. But Young, triple, can't get it. There's Capella, got the rebound. Nice, and Daniels, nice there, high off glass. It's been a fast start for both teams. That's a good bounce pass by JT. Nice little hook shot there by Quator. He's been really taking his minutes well, man. Honestly, he's been really good. Very athletic guy, man. Underrated pickup for the Celtics there for the future. He goes again. Ooh, couldn't get that one. Couldn't get that. Ooh, Drew Holiday with the outlet pass to Keto, who was running the floor, where he was just a bit too slow. Pass was maybe a bit too hard there. Yo, big up to everybody on the YouTube. Hey, I can't. You know what? Yeah, I cannot see my my comments on YouTube, man. I'm so sorry. Like for some reason, this thing has not been working, bro, and I don't understand why. Ooh, block by Horford. Hey, woo, with a free, and that's timeout. ATL. Woo. JT started well. I think after last year's game, because I watched that game, I was so disappointed in the Celtics losing that game. It didn't mean anything for the overall course of the season, yeah. But fam, it was just annoying seeing DeJounte Murray just attack. And like these are the type of games, yeah, where like if we're thinking about trying to improve, bro, we're trying to improve on a historic season from last year. This is the type of game you want to just go and show out in. Yo, big up to man like Smolders. Big up yourself, man. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Where you from? What team do you support in the NBA? Or you just coming in here to just kick around to see what's going on out here on these YouTube and these playback streets? Let me know, man. Let me check some scores actually from 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 around the league. I mean, I know that the Bucks the Bucks started things off. Every team's playing tonight. Bucks and Cavaliers. Cavaliers are cooking them. 71 points in that first second quarter, first half. Warriors are beating the Wizards. This is a standard procedure. The Pistons are winning at home against the Lakers. That's pretty much it. And every other game is going to be on tonight. Big slate. Hey, allow me, man. Allow me, man. Jordan Wall's be doing his thing though. I can't lie. In what game was it that I watched? It was the game against the Bucks. I think that was on Monday. Hey, it was Monday. Hey, allow Mo Farah as well, man. Mo Farah was doing his thing, man. Man got the back-to-back Olympic medals, gold medalist. But then they were saying he was doing a bit of doping. So yeah, it's a bit long. I can't lie. It's long. Oh, big up yourself, man. Man like Joe. Oh yeah, there's no NBA tomorrow because of the election and the stuff going on in the US with Trump and Kamala Harris and all of that. So they're doing their games. That's why every game is tonight. That's why. So there's no games tomorrow. But then we back on Wednesday. I'm trying to figure out when is that Warriors game. Because I want to watch that game. Is it? Yes, Wednesday into Thursday. I'm watching that game. That game's getting streamed. Huh? Hey, I'm not shouting bitch. You could at least give me a Bobby Lashley, bro. What's going on? You could at least give me a Bobby Lashley, fam. I'll take Bobby Lashley, fam. But the game's been good so far, though. I can't lie. Ooh, that's a pass, Al Horford. That's a block there by Trae Young. I think it was a block. It's Trae Young. Tillman on him. Dude. Ooh. Hey, get the heat out of here, man. What do you think, man? You think Giannis is gonna request a trade? You lot need it. You lot need it. You need something. But to be honest with you, the East don't look too like heavy right now. Like a lot of the teams, like the teams you're expecting to do something, like Philly, they haven't had a great start. The Bucks haven't had a great start. Apart from the Celtics, obviously, and then the Cavs looking like they've got something together. I mean, their bench depth looks a bit. I'm not so sure about it, but I think the East there's an opportunity there. I mean, the Knicks also haven't been great, right? They're still trying to figure out what's going on with Cat. Their depth as well don't look great from my perspective, but we'll see how that works out for them. You never know, man. If the Heat can stay healthy, there might be a little run in there, but I don't know if that means anything for beyond in the playoffs. I don't know. I'm not so sure. The Amarim appointment. Ooh, I'm doing the video tomorrow. It'll be out. United State of Mind. I'm going to talk all about the appointment. I think exercise caution as a fan because the way he's talking and the way the media are doing their thing where they build up the manager before they destroy him. It's the same thing that's going to happen within the fan base. If one of their favorite players doesn't get a lot of game time, then they're going to start to turn on the manager. I think if he's got a particular system and he wants to implement it, he has to be radical. Like, of course, he's going to get support from like Ineos and the sporting direction and where we're going, but he himself has to come in and just not be scared of. Ooh, that's a good pass from Al Horford. But yeah, what needs to happen is he needs to lean on youth. If I'm being totally honest, like if we're going to try and restart this thing, he's got to raise up a couple of them young players because there's a lot of talented players like in the youth levels. Yeah. I saw that. I was like, yeah, this is the same guy. When Ten Hag went to that's a good free by Peyton Pritchard. When that's timeout. It's timeout ATL. When Ten Hag came to England to watch United on the final game of the season against Palace, and then they was chasing him around in the car park, yeah, and then the security guard was pushing him. It's the same guy. Yeah, I mean, I think what I mean by that is now I'll explain it in the video when I drop it tomorrow. Is that usually what happens is when a new manager comes in, yeah, what happens is the media start to circle together. They start to talk about his tactics and what he's done at this club. Then they start to go and speak to like the fans of his former club, and they all say good things about him, right? But then it's like as soon as he comes here and then the things don't start to look the way that they were looking at his previous club, they will just begin to just cut him down. That's why I say they build you up to destroy you in this country. That's how it works. Like it's unfortunate. I just hope that he's stronger mentally. I hope that he kind of like adapts a bit, like because I believe that whatever system he's coming to play, he has to be like strong and stick to it. But at the same time, you have to understand that the players that he has at his disposal, not all of them will be part of this thing moving forward. And I wonder if we're going to be able to, like cut him, like cut the squad like even more. Because the average age is about, I think, 26 years old. I think, to be honest with you, you have to go a little bit younger. Maybe go like 23 on average. And then, and then we'll see something. I don't know. I don't know. It's a difficult one, but I've got everything ready to go. I'm gonna drop the video tomorrow, so stay tuned. United state of mind. I'm talking about Ten Hag sacking, high points, low points, and then we'll go into the into the new appointment. What does that mean? I hope that he comes in and the first thing he does is just at least make sure that we're just tough to beat, hard to beat. Because when you have that platform, then you can start to do the other things and like being hard to beat. Because I don't remember the last time Man United won a game 1-0, and you know that we fought for every single thing, and then we won the game at the end. It was scrappy. I don't remember that. It's either we're gonna win, and it was okay. We could have lost. We might win big, and I'm talking about the last 12 years, not on the 10 hole, but just the last 12 years. We might win big, might win, and it was like, oh, we were lucky. But no scrappy 1-0, like everyone digging, like everyone's fighting. I never seen that. So we'll wait and see. But I got a big one. Not gonna lie, Ten Hag was never loved day one at England. Nevertheless, he wasn't good enough. His stubbornness failed him as well. Yeah, you can say that, man. Like I could talk about the stubbornness. The stubbornness was I get it, man. I get it, man. There was a system that he had. It worked somewhere, but when you come to the Premier League, you have to adapt. Like, and he didn't do it. He also obviously didn't have like much guidance in regards to like his recruitment. So like it was basically in his hands. He had power in that regard. So he went and picked players he knew, and they couldn't transition in from wherever they came from into the Premier League. You know what I mean? But yeah, it is what it is, man. Like it's a bit disappointing because I wanted him to be successful, and I don't know if that meant winning a Premier League title, but at least pushing the project forward, at least making us a bit more of a contender again. That was probably his ceiling, and he failed to reach it. And I think he crumbled under the pressure, to be honest. Like I think he crumbled under the pressure. That's my real assessment on it, to be honest with you. Like it's a high pressure situation when you're the United manager, so it is what it is. Yeah, like you can see why Harry Maguire, Lindelof maybe weren't let go of. Because they were probably leaning towards, a back three. You know what I'm saying? A back three system. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And it doesn't necessarily mean that Amorim is gonna be like, the guy to do it. It could have been Tuchel, but they didn't get him. Could have been Xabi Alonso. I don't know how that would have worked with all of that stuff, but it is what it is. Ooh, that was a farce. As a Heat fan, seeing Drew Peterson in Celtics colours makes me. Hey, was he with you guys? I don't even know. Was he with you guys before? Was he in the G League with you guys? With the CU Fools squad? Because like I like Drew Peterson. I saw like strong JT, Bully Ball. Yeah, G League handful of games. Yeah. I mean, we cut Max Struess all those years ago, a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Ends up at the Heat. Then he started killing us in that series where you guys went to your run to the finals a couple seasons ago. Now he was killing us, and then I think when you guys beat us in the Eastern Conference Finals, yeah, it was a. Hey, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah, his foot was online. Yeah, they missed that. I can't lie. We were lucky in that series. On our road to the 2012. Woo, JT. He's cooking, man. He's cooking right now. JT. That run to the 2022 finals, that was a really tough playoff run for the Celtics. I can't lie. Because the Heat were the number one seed. If I remember correctly, they were the number one seed. So you were one, we were two. And I remember because we were watching all the games, man. Like that series against the Heat, goes to 7. Jimmy Butler takes the free in transition towards the end of the game, and he misses. Al Horford rebound to the finals. Crazy. I think it's the foul. But yeah, nice. It's a mad one. It's a mad one. I think we're going back to back this year. I think so. Out on the West though, I was watching the Mavs versus Dallas. No, not the Mavs. No, it was no, sorry, it was the Mavs versus the Timberwolves last week. That was a good game, really good game. Those two teams, high level. OKC's obviously improved again, one more year of experience, so they're gonna obviously be contenders for that number one spot. I'm not so sure about Denver now. They've got the best player based off of last season in Jokic, but the rest of the team don't really look the same. And then like that depth is gone. He brought in Russ, still, trying to figure out what he brings to the team. Interesting, man. Is JT, Sam Hauser. Jordan Walsh. Ooh, miss. Yeah, you know what? The thing in Philly is crazy because in 21, I thought Pritchard was gonna get that. In 2021, when Ben Simmons didn't take that shot in the second round against Atlanta, I was like that really ended their like kind of like run because imagine Ben Simmons had like been brave and took the shot and like they won the game, they would have got into a conference finals, I think, right? And it didn't happen. And like ever since then, they've just been in trouble. And I don't know if this JT fires. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. He's cooking right now, What? JT got 16 points first quarter. 6 of 8 from the field. He's actually playing like an MVP right now. But yeah, going back to the Sixers, I don't know what they're trying to do because I was thinking because their off season was great. Like from just looking at it on paper, you bring yourself Paul George, right? You're essentially going big three. Sam Hauser, the three, and that's a. I thought that was a Celtic ball. But yeah, yeah. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by this game. But yeah, the thing about Philly, right, had a really great off season. You're bringing in Paul George. Um, you're thinking to yourself, on paper, it looks like a big three, but we know big threes don't really work like that in the NBA anymore. Like we've gone past that. Now you need to really build a really good squad of players. Then you obviously got Caleb Martin coming off coming from the Heat, obviously. Yabusele coming back into the league after his kind of run in for France in the Olympics. Who else did they bring in? That was like I think they re-signed Kelly Oubre Jr. Who else was like a significant guy for Philly? And the thing about it is that Embiid is the potential Hall of Famer if he does a bit more or build around Maxi now. Yeah, I mean, because I think what their intention of bringing in Paul George was to make sure that because if Joel Embiid has come out and saying that he can't even play back to backs anymore, right? To basically give him enough rest that he doesn't get injured at all during the regular season, so he can be fresh in the playoffs. Because I can say for the last 3 seasons at least, Joel Embiid has not been healthy enough to play in the playoffs. So the reality of the situation is like I don't know, man. Like it's a bit interesting. Like what's going to happen in regards to what happens at Philly. Um, oh yeah, Max is the face of that franchise, or he has the keys to the franchise now. Like, and I wonder what happens because it's probably not going to work out this season because I watched Paul George in the playoffs last year. He looked kind of cooked. So there was that one game um, in the playoffs against the Mavs, right, where he had a heater of a first half. Like I think he scored like 25 in the first half. And in the whole second half, he went missing. He didn't make one shot. And it's just like you gotta give more, like if you're gonna be like a fixture in the team. And it's like he's really decided to just bank on this thing, right? Moving to Philly. Because he moved to the Clippers so he could be closer to like his like home. Like he's from California. So For him to decide to move to Philly at this point in his career, it's kind of crazy. And if it doesn't work out, where does he go after this? I don't know. Probably back to the Pacers, man. Most likely. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Philly. The Bucks are in trouble though. Big trouble. Big trouble. I'm telling you, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Right. Let's get back into this game. The Celtics up 5, I think, into this second quarter. Derek White floater. Oh, I can't get that to go. I thought that was a floater though. I thought he was. That's a good floater there by Nkogu. Like Sam Hauser can ball though. It's Pritchard. Sam Hauser 3. Ooh, couldn't get that to go. Yeah, Derek White there just forcing the turnover. And the Celtics retained the. Ooh, what happened? Okay, shot clock. Derek White inbound. Pritchard 3 knocks it down. Come on, man. This team is playing with so much confidence. Like they just playing freely now. I mean, last year they were good. Last year they were really good. Defensively, they were good. I think we've taken a step down defensively this season. I feel like we're still making a lot of big plays per game, but I saw this team, everybody moving their feet last season, forcing these teams into shot clock violations like across like I don't know how many I watched like situationally, but they're still making big like defensive plays in these games. Everyone's doing their part, but offensively this year they're playing a lot more free because everybody knows that they're trying to hit the three. So, ooh, Sam Hauser, he's missed a few of them threes, man. I'm hoping that he doesn't have one of them kind of games this time, because he's arguably the best shooter on the team. Maybe had him in the air there, Johnson. Oh, that's nice. Pritchard. Ooh, it's a block. That was a good block though. I agree with you about the Nuggets as well. I've been saying this to people. I know the Nuggets are in trouble. They've had a good first unit, but the second unit is not good. Russell moving there was always a question. I was pessimistic with the move and the fit, and so far I've been proved right. The others are the T-Wolves when they moved Cat. They weren't good enough last year. And losing Cat, wanted to get Dante and Randall made them worse. You know what? Initially when I saw that trade, I thought that the Timberwolves actually won because I'm thinking about the depth. Ooh, that's a pass though. Wow, it's a great pass by Johnson. But now when I look at it back, you're probably right because when Cat clicks over there in New York, it's going to be good for them because now they've got somebody that because they didn't have a center that could play outside and shoot. Apparently, Isaiah Hartenstein, obviously he's left the Knicks and he's gone to OKC. Over the summer, he was working on his shot, developing a bit of a shot. I don't think he's going to be needed to do that for OKC. It'd be nice if they could have that, but I don't think he'll be required to do that because if Chet moves to the 4, he can shoot. You know he can. And obviously, then you have a bit more help there for Shea to be able to shoot the 3 ball. But going back to the Timberwolves, I'm looking at DiVincenzo. Like, I think he was expecting to play bigger minutes with the Knicks, and they just didn't want to give him that opportunity. Like, they wanted him to be coming off the bench like he was doing last season, right? Him moving to the Timberwolves, he's probably still going to be in the same position. I think he'll still be. I don't know if he'll start games. I think he'll still be coming off the bench. I think, but obviously with Mike Conley obviously on his way out, I think maybe there's an opportunity from there. Um, Denver are in trouble, like, because they were making the excuses last year when they were playing against the Timberwolves in the playoffs, right? Like, Jamal Murray was they were saying that he was having like a hamstring or calf injury or trouble in the game, the series against the Lakers, and then he scored two game winners. Okay, cool. And then they go to the Timberwolves series, yeah, and they're switching everything. The Timberwolves, they don't care. They switching everything, right? And the Denver Nuggets they couldn't handle it. Like, and then the shots weren't falling, like for MPJ, for Caldwell Pope, and then obviously you lose Caldwell Pope as well from the starting lineup. Now you're in real big trouble, man, because that's somebody that went on his day he could be a really good spot up shooter, but and now he's gone to Orlando, like. And the thing about it is, we know how it goes, man. Like, if your ownership group is not willing to pay like big money in luxury tax, you're gonna not have the opportunity because of this new CBA that came in last season. You're not gonna be able to build a squad that can like last. The Celtics, it's a different story. I don't know what's gonna happen after the next season. I don't know what happens. Like, are we gonna just continue to pay this tax? This is why the owner's selling the team. I hope we get some Arab money, man, because their pockets is deep. You get me? Pause. But still, um, yeah, I think the Denver Nuggets are in trouble this season. Like, they're definitely gonna be. They're not gonna be in the running for the top spots in this season, unless they go on a mad run. Jokic just kind of pulls them out of like a situation. I don't really look at their team and say, yeah, it's something. I mean, Jamal Murray, I think he got that championship, and then he just he's like, I'm content with it. And it's hard, man, to get to the top of that mountain and then stay there is the most difficult thing in the world. Good ball movement. Derek White, triple, knocks it down, ties that game up. Is that a foul? Yeah, it's a foul. I think it's on the floor though. His holiday. Little wraparound pass behind the back. Potter couldn't score there. Woo! He's moving crazy right now. Jalen Johnson is moving crazy right now. Peyton Pritchard, long three, knocks it down though. No JB. He's out with a hip flexor injury. Good block. Good block there by Drew Holiday. Good block there. But you know what? About that last thing I'll say about this comment, the Randall situation. I wonder how that's gonna go in the because I don't know if he was respected, man, enough in New York. Remember, he became most improved player that season when they got themselves back into playoff contention after like so many years or whatever. Like, I don't think he gets enough respect for what he did in New York. Oh, that's nice from Hauser. Good finish. Oh, stripped. It's Pritchard in transition. You can't leave him in the corner. Triple knocks it down. That's good. That is good play by the Celtics there. In transition. Yeah, Jalen Johnson, you got to watch him, man. He got 16 points already. Here's the number 1 pick for this season. Richard, the French guy. Trae Young, long free, miss. Oh, the Holiday, this is too good, man. He's always in that dunker spot, bro. I like this, man. The Celtics, they're playing so free on offense. Defensively, if we can clean things up, we'll be good. But they're playing so free on offense is nice, man. It's too good. But they're playing really well. I've been enjoying their games this season. And that game against Steve Kerr's coming to the Garden on Wednesday. I can't wait for that one, man. Jason Tatum's gonna have a game. Just for that, the snub in the Olympics, this is gonna be a game. Well, let me check some of the scores. What's happened with the Bucks are still hanging in there though against the Cavaliers. No Giannis tonight because he got a thigh injury. Raw. The Pistons are caning the Lakers right now. Obviously, you can come back into the game, but yeah. I mean, Anthony Davis is doing Anthony Davis things. Got a really good start to the season himself. Who else? Who else is the Grizzlies and the Nets? The Nets might do something this season though. I can't lie. They might do something good this season, man, in the East. Or because I wonder who's going for the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. Who's gonna tank? Because Utah look like they want to tank it right now, trying to get rid of Walker Kessler. Danny Ainge over there calling the shots in the front office. Is he trying to get the next number 1 talent? I wonder. I wonder. The Heat might have to do that, man. If they want to do it, they might have to do that, man. But the Heat are playing right now. Just kicked it off basically against the Kings. Then JT gonna come back into this game here, man. That was a good play there. Holiday. He's had a really underrated start to the season as well, man. What was this? Was this a technical free throw? Or something like that? Who? I didn't see a technical free throw. I'm just like, bro, what's going on? See, I didn't see the switch. Ricochet moves his feet. Ooh, and one. He gets the and one though. I wonder what the Hawks are trying to do as well. Because I mean, they got the number 1 pick. Like I wonder like what they're trying to do because Trae Young obviously hasn't asked out. Are they trying to blow it up there or not? Like, are they trying to rebuild with him? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's a bit strange. It's a strange situation because obviously John Collins left. Clint Capella's still there. Like, they have on Kogu, Adrian Griffin's son, AJ Griffin. He's retired from basketball, at the age of like 21 or something like that. Peyton Pritchard in transition is Derek White. And yeah, free throws for the White. I just feel like last season we had like 14-16 conference final contenders, both conferences combined. This year we probably have like 8 to 10 conference finals contenders. Thunder, Suns, Warriors, Mavs for the West, Celtics, Cavs, Celtics, Knicks locked. Maybe the Heat, yeah, maybe I think so. Then there's the Bulls, who I don't think they did, just there yet. We have to wait for the Magic, who lost Banchero, to injury 6 weeks. I think it's 4 to 6 weeks. I think, or 4 to 6 games. I don't know what it is. Hawks are always an in-between team. Pacers, I just don't believe in. And the Sixers, we have to wait with the fit. And the Bucks, I don't care because the Rivers is trash. He's trash. But yeah, you're right. I think the East is quietly a team could creep up there. You know, like how the Pacers did what they did, essentially, right? I mean, it's one of those ones. It depends on how, and obviously we know how it works. When you get to the playoffs, it's all about matchups. Like, if you end up getting an opponent where you can match up to them, then it's good. It's really good. But yeah, like I think the West, you've kind of got that. The Suns is interesting because obviously it's changed now, isn't it? They've got themselves that point guard now with Tyus Jones, who I think that's an underrated pickup because he could have went somewhere and got some big money, but he decided to go to the Suns, and now you've got Bradley Beal, Booker, and KD. Oh, JT. This is an MVP run. David Roddy. I remember seeing him in Memphis a few seasons ago. He's now here in Atlanta with Drew Holiday. Yeah, that's nice. Little finger roll there from Drew Holiday. Here's Dyson Daniels. That's a foul. Offensive foul. Yeah, it's offensive foul. Yeah. Clint Capella. I think, yeah, so Thunders, yeah, for sure, contenders. The Mavs. Warriors look good. Buddy Hield in there now. It's looking a very, very different team all of a sudden. Kuminga, is he going to get a lot more game time? I'm hoping he is. The Suns look different with Tyus Jones in there. KD wasn't getting a lot of usage, lowest usage rate last season for him, like in his career. So I feel, and he still averaged 27. So, travel. So that's interesting. I definitely put. I mean, I still think the Timberwolves have something because Anthony Edwards is, doing his thing. And then on the East, Cavs, yes, you can say that because Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley's looks like he's having a really good season, taking that leap that we thought he was going to do last season, but he didn't get this season. He's probably going to do it this season. But their depth doesn't look great for me. George Niang, Max Strus off the bench. I'm not so sure. They kind of hit and miss them both of them guys, but we'll see. I mean, they still got Tristan Thompson as part of their roster, man. Like, it's a very, very long time NBA vet. I don't know if he's going to offer much. Last season they had Marcus Morris or Markieff Morris. I don't know which one it was. They had, even he was playing. Ooh, Derek White, straight through. And the Bulls, they're still building. I think over there, obviously DeMar DeRozan leaving, Josh Giddey coming in. Kobe White bound to take another leap. I think he was unlucky not to get most improved player last season. They gave it to Maxey, who we already knew was going to be that's a big defensive play by Derek White. This is what I'm talking about, the Celtics, man. JT, pull up, catch and shoot, three. Oh, yo, what is he doing? What is he doing? Yo, JT is on another level this season, bro. Like, he's living life. Man got the baby with LMA. He be singing songs about him. The whole EP is now dedicated to him, bro. Man got the 2 kids. Man's chilling right now. Man got the title. He's got the chip. Man's going for the MVP. He's going for it. Knicks, yep. And then maybe the Heat could sneak up in there, man. It just depends, man. Because last season it was a mad season, bro. towards the end, it was crazy. It was crazy, man. All the injuries and the playing. Oh, I was mad. It was mad. It was mad. Last season, for example, East 7th seed was Sixers, yep, and the 8th seed was the Heat. Like, yes, they weren't that good, but tell on another year, those teams will be playing the play. And yeah, the Magic and Pacers lied with their season last year. You know what was interesting, right? With that, the Pacers, you know, I think I was high on the Pacers before the start of last season. I was like, I think based on how they started the season, and obviously they had the trade mid-season, obviously with the Raptors. So Bruce Brown left the Denver Nuggets and went to the Pacers. Obviously, they couldn't pay him, or they weren't willing to pay him. I think he was like 11 million a year. I think he got a three-year 33. So it was 11 million a year they were going to give him, or that's what he was looking for, something around that, yeah. And then they couldn't pay the Denver Nuggets, so he goes to the Pacers. Then mid-season, they get rid of him and bring in Siakam, and I was like, "Oh, that's a big move. Like, what are they trying to do here?" And then they get to the conference finals, and like, to be honest, they played well, man. Like, they played well against the Bucks. They played well against, obviously the Bucks didn't have Giannis, and you know, it's the first season with him and Dame together. And then obviously they beat the Knicks as well. Like, in that game 7, they shot lights out in the Garden, and that was a big moment. But defensively, they're not the best team. You know, they play really quickly on offense, and their offense is very sporadic as well. Like, when you watch them, there's no like real set plays. They don't have like set patterns. Trae Young missing the tree ball. Can they get the? Oh, that's good hustle play by Quetta. Come on. The Magic as well. I'm expecting them to have a better season, but it's going to be down to what happens with Banchero. Because to be honest with you, he's one of the most underrated number 1 picks in a long time. Because he's had a really good first 2 seasons in the NBA. Peyton Pritchard with the finger roll. Oh, does that count? That was no take foul, was it? Okay, so JT with a free throw there. We'll keep the ball, I think. Celtics will keep the ball. But yeah, yeah, like it's gonna be interesting. I think with the Magic, obviously they that was their first experience in a long time. I think it's like first time in 11 years that they got to the playoffs. And then they played against the Cavs, and it was a tough series. Seven games I think it went to, and the Cavs I think were always the better team. Oh, and one. JT's just cooking these guys, man. He's cooking these guys. So yeah, I mean, I don't think the Pacers will be the same this year, like unless things change a little bit. Because I was always wondering, like, they've got Tyrese Halliburton, he's supposed to be the main man in that team, but the most experienced and a championship winner is Pascal Siakam. So shouldn't the offers flow through him rather than Halliburton? If I was Rick Carlisle, that's what would be happening, right? You got to have some sort of tandem between those two guys, man. Like, but it's got to mainly go through Siakam. He's cash money in that mid range shot, in that mid range area. But you know how it works, I don't know. The Magic, you know, you're expecting Franz Wagner to take another leap. I don't know if he can. I'm not so sure. Obviously, KCP's gone in there as well. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Celtics up by 16. Is Jason Tatum gets the pass. Is Horford. Is Quatar can't get that, but JT will take it. 5 on the shot clock. Oof, air ball there. And it's the Hawks. It's the Hawks ball. Yeah, JT was 60, the 26 tonight. Crazy, man. But I think this season's got the potential to be one of the best NBA seasons in a long time. I can't lie to you, man. There's so much going on, so many narratives, and like it's just getting even more competitive in the West. And the East is going to be fun too. Like, it's not just going to be Trae Young just letting it go. Yeah, that was the air ball. Good defense by the Celtics there, not allowing Trae Young to shoot his Quater, and he gets fouled. We'll take a couple free throws there. Interesting with this Atlanta Hawks side. Quinn Snyder obviously came in, and I'm not so sure what they're trying to do. I'm very confused about what they're trying to do. Like, because John Collins goes to Utah. Who else left at a similar time? Sadiq Bey left, and he went to the Pistons, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know where he is now, to be honest with you. I can tell you. I think he went to the Pistons last time I knew. And then it was just like Trae Young now is probably the last one left potentially to go. I don't know, like if they're like, because is it a rebuild or they just like happy with what they've got? They're just going to continue to collect picks. Just to go back to the 5 hour near the end of the video, the creator said that if Embiid doesn't win a championship, he might be the best NBA player to never win a championship. That's a shout. I can't lie. That is a shout. Let's have a think about who Tatum with the defensive play there recovers the ball for the Celtics. Horford. It's Holiday. I'm gonna answer the question in a second. Let's just let this play go out. Oh, that's good ball movement there by the Celtics. Yeah, they missed that. Dyson Daniels misses a three. Celtics got this. Peyton Pritchard isn't there, so they're just gonna just run this clock down. Shot clock is off. The white corner. A three. Knocks it down. Yeah, we cooked these guys, man. 75 points first quarter. I said first half, sorry. Crazy. Mm. Right. Okay. So halftime, Celtics leading by a bunch of points. I mean, I was expecting this anyway. Just wanted to watch the Celtics tonight. But anyway, the greatest player to not win a championship. So Embiid, you could say Westbrook is one. Yeah. Could you say James Harden as well? Like, because he had a run. He had a run where they weren't able to get a championship. Chris Paul hasn't won a championship. He's in year 18 or 19 now in his career. He's still doing some mad things as well, to be honest with you, now down at the Spurs. Um, who else? Like, trying to think who else hasn't won a championship, but they have a really good career. Like the sample size gets smaller and smaller when you think about it. Like, who's a great player? Like, you could say, because DeMar DeRozan, like, he's unlucky to have not won a championship. You know, um, really solid player, I think. Um, you could say Jimmy Butler, even to a certain degree. Like, you could say him too. He's a really good player, but hasn't won a championship. And this is like, because you have to look at some of the players that are like kind of getting towards the last parts of their career. To be honest with you, like, you know, maybe Embiid is the one. He's probably the top one. Like, if I'm being totally honest, because he won an MVP. As much as we feel like he was begging for it and he finally got it. But the injuries have really killed him, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I think if I'm gonna put him down, I agree with your Westbrook one. I'll put James Harden in there. I'll put Embiid in there. I'll put Chris Paul in there. And yeah, like, yeah, Penny Hardaway. Um, Penny Hardaway. Uh, Maybe Tracy McGrady, T-Mac. Don't know. Like he had a pretty like long career. Vince Carter. Like they were all good players, man. Yeah, T-Mac. Yeah, like there's been some good players, man. Like that haven't won a championship, man. Allen Iverson, like Melo, like some really good players over the years that they were really good players in the NBA, but they just didn't win a championship, man. Like, and that's down to them to a certain degree. The teams they were on, front offices, it's all, bro. This guy is everywhere in the NBA. Every halftime show I've seen this season, this guy with his dog and the balancing act and all of this, Nate Robinson. To say that. There's a few. There's a few. I mean, there's a few. Okay, how about this? How about this? Yeah, who is the biggest number one bust? Like number one pick, number one draft pick that was a bust. Like I can't lie. Like Markel Fultz is up there because he was a killer in high school, college. Comes to the NBA, full of hope to try and add to that process in Philly, and it doesn't work out because he has the issue with his shoulder, which messes up with his shot. Anthony Bennett, the Cavs. Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons. There's some guys, man. He was another bust that was a number one pick, man. It's a bit of a mad one. Yeah, the NBA, they be guys in the Cavs, but the NBA totally did to get the Cavs 3 number one picks before. Trust me, crazy. I think that's Anthony. Is it Anthony Bennett? I think that's him. Like I don't even know where he's at now. Like yeah, I wonder if he plays overseas or if he's retired. I don't know. Or they keep giving this guy stuff to do in the NBA, but bro, they need to give us more. You see, look, I thought Atlanta had something else. I thought they had flavor. Where's Gucci Mane and Yeah, I mean, yeah, Ben Simmons is what's he, a 3-time All-Star? So, but now, yeah, he's known as Balenciaga Ben. They're calling him Balenciaga Ben because all he does is designer and drip on the sidelines, cheering on his teammates. This is peak. But yeah, he has been to the postseason a few times. Like you can say that, like, yeah, all defense first team. Yeah, like it's true. But let's say, right? Let's say that he doesn't get another All-Star appearance from now, right? Let's say his minutes are restricted heavily, like because once this current contract ends for Ben Simmons, where does he go? Like, honestly, where does he go? Because I don't think he has a space in this league anymore. Like, I don't know. You don't know how he looks like. I think he's averaging 5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists this season. Like, I guess like he's been in and out this season. He can't play back to backs or he's not going to play back to backs for the time being. Yeah, but Jonathan Isaac had a good season last year though. But yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. He's a better player than him. But it is what it is, man. It's interesting. It's interesting. Right, let me check out some of these other scores though. Let me check out some of these other scores. Because the Lakers were getting pumped. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So yeah, Lakers they're still getting spanked right now. Oh, the Bucks are beating the Cavs, bro. Are they gonna get their first loss? The Cavs, they're up by 7. The Bucks on over the Cavs. Are they gonna get that first loss this season? That's gonna be interesting. They've been unbeaten so far. The Heat are beating the Kings. The Jazz just kicked off against the Bulls. They're beating the Bulls. It's a tight game between the Grizzlies and the Nets. Nets have been really good this season. My guy Cam Thomas, the truth. He's the truth. Oh my gosh. But the Bucks, hey, this is looking spicy, bro. Bobby Portis with 19, Dame Lillard with 31, Brook Lopez with 13, Gary Trent Jr. You got to step up. You can't be playing 20 minutes, 4 points. Yeah, they're doing well without Giannis. Giannis, I bet you Giannis is on the bench doing this thing. Yeah, Isaac Okoro, bro. You 5 points in 18 minutes now. It's not good enough. Donovan Mitchell, you got 13 points. Not good enough. Not good enough. Yeah, it's interesting. That game's gonna have a really good ending. I can't wait to see what happens there. But to say Embiid would be the best NBA player to never win a championship, no, it's 100% a shot. Like if because last year before his injury, oh my gosh, he was on a run. He was cooking. I think he was like averaging 37 a game or some shit like that. I was like, bro, like, and I was like, yeah, this is looking kind of scary. But then obviously, then you get a bit of sense. You're like, he always is injured. Like he's always injured. Like, and then when he came back, he nearly took the Sixers past the Knicks in the playoffs. But it was just when he threw the ball off the backboard and dunked it, and then he landed on that knee. I was like, yeah, you're finished. I don't even understand what's going on. But just in his numbers, yeah, his numbers alone, crazy, man. Yeah, he's a special player, but the injuries have cooked him over the last 3-4 years. It's just been bad for him, man. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Cam Thomas, the truth though. Hey, that's my guy, man. He's cold, man. I like him, man. He's cold. Like he ain't got no defense. Like he may have to build that up in his game, but offensively, hey, that guy, sheesh, he's got moves, man. He's got moves. I rate him so much. Let's see what's happening with this Bucks and Cavs because it's a 5 point game, just over 5 minutes to go. It's looking crazy right now because I need the Cavs to lose because they've been feeling a bit like they've been feeling themselves a bit too much, yeah, and it's like they're not gonna go 82-0 or nothing like that, but we need to give them a little quick loss so that when they come over to TD in a couple of weeks, they feel how it feels to lose, and then we beat them again. That's what I'm waiting for. JT had a half and a half, 26 points and 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Jeez. Oh, Paul George is about to make his debut for the Sixers as well tonight. Um, they play against the Suns late game in the UK. Embiid is like Mbappe, But I'm not gonna lie, he's moving like Kylian Mbappe. And he's the long lost twins of the what? Like he's the long lost twins of the TM. What? The who? What siblings? You're gonna have to spell that one out for me, bro. I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm lost. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I understand. Yeah, I understand. I understand. I understand. Yeah. I understand now. I understand. I understand. I understand now. The Knicks just kicked off against the Rockets 2-2 over there. Yeah, there's bad games tonight. Hey, the Lakers are getting cooked, by the Detroit Pistons. It's not good. It's not looking good. LeBron, Bronny, Anthony Davis, Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, wake up. Warriors are looking good this season. I can't lie. Shout out to my guy David. He's a big Warriors fan. I know he's happy right now, seeing the changes. Let's see. Darius Garland got 30 points tonight. He's taking over a little bit, but Bobby Porter's doing this thing in the post against Jared Allen. Little spin move. Ooh, he misses though. Luca was cooking the yeah, but he wasn't doing that in the finals though. They were just relentlessly attacking it, and it wasn't even like we were hunting the mismatch, or we was hunting the matchups. Like it was just on the fly. Man was switching onto him or Kyrie, and it was like, "Cool, let's do what we need to do." Our team don't. Our team likes to defend, so we don't care. We don't care. He wasn't doing none of this. He was He was like 2 from 30 in the finals. He wasn't doing none of this against Drew Holiday and Derek White. Hey, this Cap Nisi for the Pelicans, yo, he's a guy. He's gonna be good. They still scored. It's still 5 point lead for. Yeah, this game was so annoying because he does not shoot well from three, but he was killing us in that defeat. It's the only defeat of the season against the Pacers, man. It was such an annoying game because it's like literally, Nemhard was taken out the game for some reason, tactical. I'm sure there was no injury. I don't know what happened. He started the game and he was out, and the rest of the game he didn't play. But then Siakam was moving crazy from free. I was like, you don't shoot threes, so why are you having a try hard game now? But it's all good. We'll get them back at TD. The Bucks still lead by 5 without Giannis. Ooh, I'm one. Evan Mobley's having a good start to the season. I can't lie. Chance for that 3 point play there. Because I just want them to lose this game. Like the Bucks need to hold out. I need them to lose this game, the Cavs, so that we can have an equal record, bro. Because we're winning every single game. It's just that try hard game against the Pacers is what is our only blemish on the record, man. And yeah, he gets that one. Now it's a 2 point game. Anyway, let's get back to this one because we're back. We're back right now. And there's Jason Tatum to start off this third quarter. AT mid range. Ooh, that was in and out. That's good defense by Derek White, just putting off Trey Young. Oh, can't get the tip. There's Drew Holiday. Derek White. Ooh, I thought he was gonna get the and one. Hopefully he'll get himself a couple. Holiday rebound. Greg White, triple. Didn't get that. Drew Holiday, triple. Couldn't get that to go. Was that on the floor? Was that on one? I just feel like the Hawks aren't good enough. Daniels next to Trey, works, doesn't have the biggest spag offensively, but just gives them that defensive structure. Bogdanovic is a nice, yeah, he is actually. I forgot that he's still on this team, but it's their front court. If Jalen Johnson makes a step up on either Capella or on Kobe, so it's a very weird situation. And I forgot about DeJounte Murray getting traded to the Pelicans, but he's injured, so he hasn't started there just yet. It's a weird situation, like because obviously I thought they were hitting the rebuild. When they got rid of John Collins, I was like, "Ooh, it's looking a bit travel." I was thinking that some things were happening over there, but like, nah, it just like looks like they're just kind of in a weird place. Like, and then obviously Quinn Snyder comes in. I mean, yeah, to be fair, he went back to Utah. He's from Utah. He went back there and he wasn't really that good. He hasn't been that good, but like even them, they're gonna push the reset button. It looks like Walker Kessler is being shopped around, which is interesting. Here's Dyson Daniels. Here's Johnson. It's fouled. Derek White. I think he's got 3 now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there in Utah, man. Like it's weird because I don't know if you saw the whole in the draft. There was like this guy who he was supposed to get like I forgot his name. He was supposed to get like a high place in the picks, um, and then he kept dropping down because apparently he had like a weird relationship. So there was this woman who's way older than him who's been grooming him since he was like in high school, and she's a Mormon, and she got him to convert to being a Mormon. And then the family are trying to get him away from the girl, and he ended up in Utah. It's a weird situation, and he got drafted by Utah. It was weird. Ooh, Derek White would have. Zach Edey's been good for Memphis this season. I've been watching some of those Memphis games. He's been good. Apparently they were saying he wasn't going to make it in the NBA. It was kind of weird because I swear was he a national champ with UConn? I'm not so sure. I don't remember. I don't know if it's a women's team one or a men's. Yeah, that was a good feed by Tatum for Horford to finish there. Yeah, it was him. It was that guy in Utah. There was a weird story coming out on draft night. It was all getting exposed. Ooh, Risa Shea with a nice little move there, up and under. Holiday straight to the car, up by 24. The Celtics are switching. That's not an offensive foul. Very White, Horford, triple, miss. Ooh, that's nice from KO. I can't lie. Just keeping it alive, and he gets the flush. Trae Young, propeller out on the ground. So beside out of bounds. I don't know about that. I've never been. You know, I seen the mountains, but it is what it is. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Back in 2 seconds. Hey, it's true though. I went to Peru, um, and I went to the peak of, I think it's the highest point in Peru. Yeah, it's called Dead Woman's Pass. It's like 14,000 feet above sea level or something like that. Yeah, that was nuts. That was crazy. It was so high. It was crazy. Right. Let's see. Did the Bucks beat? Did they beat them? Oh no, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. There's like 3 seconds left. Cavs are going 8-0. Peak, 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 peak. Cavs are going 8-0. When are we playing them? I want to know. When are we playing them? We playing them. We got the Nets on Friday. And I know on Sunday we got the Bucks, which I'm fine with that. When do we play the Cavs? We play the Cavs. It was Emirates Cup on the 12th. I forgot about that. The NBA Cup. And the Nets again. When do we play the Cavs? I mean, the Bucks, yeah. Celtics are moving crazy. Like we're having a really good season, but the fact that the Cavs are 8-0 is crazy. Let's have a look at him. Ooh, Horford. Hey, what is going on? Celtics up 28. Is JT. Dunker spot. Ooh, nice cut by Holiday. Horford rebound. Derek White. I'll get that to go. I mean, look, I've been so critical of the Bucks. Um, is it a jumble? Yeah, jumble. Um, I've been critical of the Bucks for so long. Like the interesting thing for me is why they haven't invested in young players. Why have they not, gone all in to try and draft players and develop players? Like what's actually happening from that side of things? Because they won that championship in 2021. When you look at it now, 3 years on, it's looking like a fluke, right? Where the Heat were injured, the Nets were injured, the Celtics were injured, like they were all injured, right? And they were somehow able to get past the Hawks because I mean look at that, like the Hawks and the Bucks were in the Eastern Conference Finals in 21. Do you know what I mean? Got past them, and then they end up beating the Suns in what 6 games in that finals. COVID year, so it was difficult for a lot of teams to come back into that year, like a very short season, all squished together. So many injuries to so many different franchises and whatnot. But yeah, it's crazy. And then they don't develop beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Like they go out first round against the Heat. What was it? No, in 21. No, in 2022 we beat them in the second round, and then obviously they go out to Heat in the first round last season. So wait, was it? No, yes, not last season, the season before last, and then obviously they got to pay the Pacers last season. So like I thought they were gonna blow it up with another block there. But yeah, it's been a weird one. It's like, yeah, their franchise, and then obviously getting rid of Bud was probably the worst decision that they made. It's like the team is underperformed. Your front office has really messed things up. Like I thought they were gonna blow it up. Brook Lopez should have gone. Apparently he was supposed to be going to Houston. He didn't go. Chris Middleton has been injured ever since that title win. Like he has not played a full season since then. Richard good hands. Is Tatum. Tatum with 28 now, I think. Is Dyson Daniels. I'm probably with the tip there. I mean, Lillard not being able to go to Miami because of Joe Cronin trying to get the best deal possible for the Blazers. I don't know if that's really worked out for them. I mean, Scoot Henderson come in at what the number 2 seed or number 3 seed, I forget. And it's not looked good for him. Or for the rebound is Tatum. Very young. David Roddy. Oh, he gets the and 1. Obviously he's only recently been sacked by Wanda, where Monty goes. Hey, he's still getting paid though. That contract was huge. I think he's one of the highest paid coaches in the NBA with that Pistons contract. I wonder where he goes because I feel like he was actually a really good coach for the Suns. Like like he did a really good job. Or was it the players they had at his disposal? I don't know. But yeah, I wonder where he goes. I think he's still got space and time in this league. Where does he go? I can see him going to a team like probably the Hawks. Like if Quinn Snyder doesn't work out and they decide that they want to make a change, it'll be interesting. I wonder where he goes next though. Is Hauser. Oh, that's nice from Hauser. I think he was kind of unlucky because obviously he had the DeAndre Ayton situation as well. He wanted to leave. Front office weren't like willingly trying to move him on. They were trying to make it work. Like it was a bit of a crazy situation for him towards the end there. And like obviously them two clashed. It wasn't a great locker room. Then the ownership situation changes, and then it's KD comes in, and then the coaching change. Frank Vogel comes in, look great. Like, but they look like they're gonna have a bit more of a system defensively. They're gonna have to get rid of Nurkic though. I don't think Nurkic is gonna work in that system. Peyton Pritchard, nice, back up to 28. Bro, they're getting killed, man. Like, because they're trying to take us off the 3-point line, but we're still moving the ball well. It's Jalen Johnson. Chocolate violation. That's good defense. Yeah, I saw that earlier on today. I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay, man. But they said that there's going to be an interim coach to just take over. Yeah, I don't think he was going to retire mid-season. No way. But yeah, I saw something. How old is Popovich now? I'm sure he's like in his 70s. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's 75. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it might be time for him to retire after this season potentially. Been a coach for this place for a long time. Since '96. Yeah, trust Sir Alex. Yeah, Sir Alex called it good time ago. He's chilling right now. He's chilling. I can't believe they were paying him like was it 2 million a year or something like that? I can't believe it. I don't know who signed that deal for United to give him that one. What the hell? Name was Andy Reid. Which Andy Reid? The player, the one that used to play for Spurs. That's the only Andy Reid I know. Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. You mean what? Kansas? You mean Kansas City Chiefs? You're talking NFL, bro? Yeah. No. I'm not there. I know the coach's name, but I don't know. I want to start watching it. Like I actually do want to start watching it, man. But I'm lost. I can't lie. I'm lost. I'm so lost. Steve Kerr, we're coming for you. TD Garden. Oh yeah. No. They has. I know because um I used to live in Tottenham, so like I was on like close to the high road, not too far. So like whenever it was NFL Sunday, you could see bare people outside, all the different teams and stuff like that, going to watch the games. But yeah, I know there's been loads of games. I just never it's not my game in it. Like I'm cool though. But like I want to start watching it though. I want to see what it's all about because the only time I actually watch it is um what is it Super Bowl. I only watch the Super Bowl, or I've watched the Super Bowl the last 3 years or something like that. So half of the time I don't know what's going on. I'm there for the halftime show and that's it. But yeah, tickets gonna be expensive, man. That Tottenham Stadium, bro. That Tottenham Stadium is brand new. It's got like great facilities. Don't get me wrong. But I've never actually been inside of it, but seeing it from the outside and knowing like what goes on in there, tickets will obviously be expensive, but it's like it's still Tottenham, though, isn't it? Like it's a bit, they're trying to get gentrified, but, it's still a little bit, let the locals be doing their local things, bro. Hey, playback, what's going on? Jason Tatum triple miss. I want to get that to go. That's the end of the third quarter there. Right, let's have a look at these scores, right? Because right, let's see. So yeah, the Bucks lost by 2. Cavs are 8-0. Mm, the Lakers are clawing it back though against the Pistons. Warriors are winning against the Wizards. That's easy work. They're up 10. The Heat are beating the Kings right now. Interesting. Hey, no, Ange is in the right place. Ange is in the right place, man. Ange is in the right place for Spurs. Trust me. They knew what they was doing when they appointed Ange as a manager, right? They've got a young team, right? Really young team. Lowered the average age down. We brought in a coach that is going to be there to be able to coach players and whatnot, and just keep them on a level playing field. There's no expectations for Spurs to go and win trophies and all that. But yeah. Oh, it's half time and the Heat are doing a presentation for Bam for the gold medal. That's interesting. I think he's been unlucky though for defensive player of the year though. I can't lie. I think he's been real unlucky. I wonder how it's going to shape up this year. I think it's because they tried to mess up his game a little bit. Now he's starting to shoot outside shots, and it's like he's messing up with his game. That's not his game. I know they're trying to like turn him into like the next. I don't even know who, but he's got an outside shot now all of a sudden. Yeah, they're actually mad quick though. It's that explosiveness, man. I don't know what goes. I don't know what them people eat in America, man. It's all GMO food, so who knows, bro? Honestly, but yeah, nah, it's crazy. The athleticism that they have for a lot of these guys. I mean, I feel like it's just like they play these sports from so young, so they get really good at it, and then obviously genetics will obviously play a part as well. Sam Hauser triple can't get that to go. Has he hit a free in this game? Is Derek White? He's running in there floater. Ah, Richard. That's good defense there. Ooh, and one. Jordan Walsh. It's a good bounce pass by Peyton Pritchard for the assist there, and it's strong. to the rim by Jordan Walsh. He's done really good, getting loads of more minutes in the NBA this season. Came in kind of a late first rounder, I think it was, in the draft a couple seasons ago, from Arkansas, I believe. It was a late first round. He was like 30 something. That's the first fast break point they're gonna get. That's crazy. They're playing too early and their body can't cope with the thing with NFL. Most guys are drafted when they're 21, 22. Yeah, NBA draftees when they're 19. Yeah, that's interesting. Guys are still developing when they come into the NBA. But then, it depends, because I feel like even some of these guys, they're starting earlier as well, like in terms of their development as well, like physically, so that they come into the NBA so they're ready, rather than kind of staggering that development. And then you could say, like, I think there's also the clamor, like as soon as you get to college, that one season, Cooper Flag is his first year college. Duke, I think he's gonna be one and done. Like, he went to Duke. He's in his first year collegiately, and he's gonna be in the NBA next year. It's just where is he gonna go? That's a nice floor. I've been waiting for the Derek White floor. I wonder where he's gonna go, to be honest with you. Because I was thinking it was gonna be Brooklyn, but Brooklyn looked like they're trying to do something, like, maybe a play-in spot, late play-in, that 10th seed or something. Yeah, as for the Manu situation, like, Sam Hauser finally got the tree. As for the Manu situation, it's annoying to me because I'm one of them kind of people where, like, young players need to be their development needs to be staggered. So you play him in a couple of games and take him out. You play him in a couple of games, you take him out, just so that he doesn't get into the firing line. You don't run him into the ground, because the injury that he has right now is because we ran him into the ground, literally. And it's like, I get annoyed by that, because it's like, we've been doing this for quite some time. So the first player since Fergie's left was Yanaza. Yanaza came in, and essentially that season with David Moyes, he was essentially our savior, the next big star on the team. And look what happened to him. Oh, Jordan Walsh, good defense. I mean, it's interesting that the kind of discourse I've been seeing with the Garnacho after yesterday's performance against Chelsea. I was just like, I'm so surprised. Like, it's like, I don't expect him to be a world beater at 19. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only a handful of kids that, at 19, they were stars. You know what I mean? He's our top scorer this season, I believe. Garnacho. So, but yeah, like, I agree. Like, yeah, sometimes take him out the firing line, maybe start him on the bench and then let him come on in games to impact the games in different ways, tired legs, the typical stuff that you see from wide players. I like the fact that he's someone that just continues to try. He doesn't give up. He doesn't put his head down when things aren't going his way. He had a bad game. I'm sure he knows that, and he'll improve. Like, but yeah, I think the interesting thing about Ahmad is that he started the season pretty well, and then for some reason he was taken out by Ten Hag, and that was a bit strange for me to see that. But yeah, maybe he gets a run of games now under the new manager, especially with the way that the formation. I don't know what's going to happen, because I feel like he's not going to be able to play. I think he might try it, and if it doesn't work, he's going to revert. And that's the thing I don't want, because I think every manager that has come here has had a particular, either they've tried to do something and they've reverted, or something. I don't know. In the West Ham game, I think to be honest with you, I feel like I'm gonna drop that video tomorrow, because I'm just a bit annoyed at Ineos, why they decided to delay the inevitable, essentially, right? Because I was thinking when they came in mid last season, Ineos, that the plan would be for them to have their own man, right, at the start of the new season. So after the FA Cup final, you just let him go because you want to bring in your own man. But they decided to just continue. I was annoyed at that, because if you're going to sack him now, why don't you just sack him at the start at the end of the last season, and then just bring your man in fresh? Obviously, it's depending on what options you had on the table, but I think they had an idea of who they wanted. I'm not saying it was going to be Amorim anyway, but it was just about, they had their short list, and he's like, apparently they went to speak to all these managers and they came back and they wasn't they were happy with Ten Hag. It didn't make any sense, but um, let's see, man, because this is the interesting thing. I wonder what's going to happen. Does Amarim come in and be radical? Does he be brave with the selection of the players? Do some players sit down? Like, uh, I'm, I'm not sure. Like, that's interesting. But you know who I wanted really? I wanted Nagelsmann. I know he's with the German national team, right? But I feel like he's also a young manager, but he's got better experience than Amarim, right? You've got Leipzig, Bayern Munich, and now the German national team, right? It just shows he's not afraid he's not afraid of a challenge for me, right? Whereas Amarim has only had two jobs. Both of them are like they're not going to be anywhere in comparison to a Man United. So Nagelsmann would have been the perfect person because he comes in, he's not scared of the challenge ahead of him. He's not going to get weighed down by the pressure of playing being a Manchester United manager. So it's like I would have rather have had him, but obviously they probably spoke to him and he wasn't willing to leave the German national team. And I understand it, I get it because like he has a chance of making history. I think going into this World Cup, youngest manager to ever win a World Cup. I mean, Germany played really well in the Euros, and obviously they got to semi-finals against Spain and no, I think quarterfinals against Spain and lost to those them being the eventual winners. But like he's got a shot at history, and I get it. You want to finish out, so you want to close out the cycle and whatnot. But it is what it is. Stay ready group is out there, man. All the starters are checked out, I believe, for the Celtics. Yeah, Amarim apparently is bringing all of his coaches. So I think in total it's seven. It's seven coaches that are going to be part of his backroom staff in total. I believe it's seven. I don't want Rude to be there. I think Rude will do his interim. He served us as an assistant as well this at the start of the season. Just get rid of him as well because apparently some stuff has been coming out saying that how the players love Rude and all of this. It's like nah, just let Amarim have his own man, have his own men in there, so that we can move forward. Like allow the shoehorn in and all of this type of stuff. I don't like it, man. Yeah, Jaden Springer's in here. Baylor Scheinman, the guy who was drafted in by the Celtics from college. He's had 4 years at college actually. He's quite old for a rookie. 22, I think he is. I'm straight in. Apparently he's a sharpshooter though. We'll see how he develops over this year. That's a good rebound from Jaden Springer. Peyton Pritchard running the show for the Stay Ready. Rude deserves a managerial job somewhere. Yeah, probably. I feel like he still needs to develop his if that's what he's trying to pursue, he still needs to develop that part of his. I was trying to be smart. In a previous video, I was like, oh, they're keeping him there, Rude there, because maybe they think he's the next big thing in management and whatnot. I was so wrong about that shout. Oh, that pass was a bit mad. Peyton Pritchard saves it. Oh, I thought he was gonna get fouled. That's a good finish. Also, Gary O'Neill to get sacked from Wolves, and you think he's gonna go there? That's a shout. Oh, steal. Jaden Springer, nice. Jaden Springer is the Marcus Smart regen, you know. Nah, I like Jaden Springer, man. Like this young Celtics team, they look like they're gonna be really good as well. Because it's great that like the organization is what it is. They really are about player development, and so you're gonna see like when we have what's a good pass. But yeah, Rude needs to go on and continue his development. Yeah, Jaden Springer came in from the Sixers. I was surprised they let him go. Like JD Davidson as well in getting himself some minutes. I like JD Davidson. I think he's really good. Yeah, and Rennie Hacker, yeah, let him go too. Like, I don't know why Ineos did that. It was a waste of time, man. Bringing these guys in to just sack the manager anyway, like, and you were gonna have to get rid of him. It was just a waste. It's just weird. It's weird, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think I was optimistic. I wanted Ten Hag to do well at United. Like I was like that first season, I was very surprised that he was able to get us third place, get us that League Cup. You know, get back into that second season, tries to change things and go lean towards a bit more of his style. And it doesn't work out. Um, the Champions League run was horrible. And I blame Onana mainly for that. He made a lot of mistakes during that run that that made sure that we finished bottom of that group, but we shouldn't be finishing bottom of that group and stuff. Like it was a weird season last season, and then to start this season, I was like, okay, start new season, you're optimistic, and it just hasn't worked out. Game against the Liverpool game really was like really bad. Casemiro 2 mistakes. Spurs game was awful. Like I was just surprised that a Man United team at home against Spurs just didn't put in the maximum effort that you need to win that game. Like you don't want to win your 50-50s or your duels. Tillman, Davison, Springer, 3, miss. David Roddy for the 3, he misses. Oh, that was true. Oh no, I mean he's had a better season this year for sure. I mean, there's still issues with like, sometimes you get like he's hesitant to make the save in the near post and all of this type of stuff, like or shots that he should be saving, he's not saving. Um, yeah, I think with Onana, I think he'll be okay. I think it's ultimately ultimately keepers they 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 are better as they age. Um, and I think with him, he's eccentric. I liken him to like Fabian Barthez. Essentially, so as soon as he came, I was like, "That's Barthez." Like, and I lived through that era. Like, and I was just like, "Bro." Barthez did a lot of stupid things, but he was also a pretty good, solid keeper at times. Like, and I think Onana's the same. Um, but yeah, I think you, you're not looking at that. But then obviously you just got to be careful with it, like because maybe we do get rid of him, but like maybe we're developing a keeper as well. Like we also have to look into that. It's always a tricky one with keepers because you want to go for a guy who's maybe 25, 26 because you know that he can play till he's about 38, 40. Do you know what I mean? Because they don't really get a lot of injuries. They're you know what I'm hearing is Amarin likes to play more from the back, less of the long ball type build. I'm not saying we won't see here because there'll be time you need to. But yeah, like I think that's Ineos. I think Ineos's like main characteristic for a manager to come into style of play was to have a possession based pressing style because obviously that's how football has shifted towards that over the last few years. Less direct, more patient in terms of build up, and then obviously when you're out of possession, you're pressing high at the pitch to win the ball back, create turnovers. And I thought that's what Ten Hag was trying to do. That's what I thought he was trying to do. But like for some reason, like he's then obviously when I continue to learn more about what he was doing at Ajax and then what he's trying to bring to Manchester United, he's just very direct. He's very quick back to front. There's no patient build up at all in his build up. So Amarin fits that style that Ineos want, and I think Tuchel would have fit. I think Alonso would have fit. Nagelsmann probably would have fit. But it was just about who was available at what time and whatnot. So they brought in Amarin. Um, but I wonder. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he compromised on his own style, which is just annoying, man. Like, and that wasn't good. He should never have done that. But then it's like we're looking at some of the players at his disposal. You're saying, can he play any other way? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm just hoping that Amarim doesn't do that. So he has to be brave and stick to his guns, stick to his style, and then hope that the players that he has at his disposal do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but obviously, I feel like there's been a lot of squad building over the last. in this transfer window anyway, to kind of show the shift of where we're going. Because you've got now 3 centre backs that when they're all fit will play. So if it's Euro, who's supposed to be back by Ipswich game after the international break, De Ligt, and then Martinez as a 3, Mazraoui as a right wing back. Dallo will have to play left wing back, but that's all right. I feel like him as a left back, he's not good, but he's okay. He's a squad level player. He's not going to be. He shouldn't be a starter for Manchester United. But Jalen Johnson with a triple, we can't get that to go. Yeah, I mean, it's looking quite interesting for Arsenal because I was saying this to Tariq here, who's an Arsenal fan. Big up Tariq, man. Or subscribe to him if you just like he's on YouTube. Tariq Talks. He's a big Arsenal fan, and I was just like, I remember we had a conversation some time ago, and it was just like I don't know where Arsenal are gonna end up, right? Because they spent this money, they've progressed under Arteta, but they have to get over the line. If they don't, it doesn't look good. And it's like you could win a League Cup, and I think fans will be happy to get a day out at Wembley, blah 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 blah. But a Premier League is what they need. Like a Premier League is what they need, and it's like they've been close the last couple of years, and then this season hasn't started great for them. To be honest with you, they haven't been that great this season, and like the cracks are starting to appear. They don't really have attackers. I thought that the Raheem Sterling signing was going to be good for them, and it didn't. Oh, it's a trouble. I thought the Raheem Sterling signing was going to be good for them, and that didn't work out. They're a team also that haven't won a European trophy as well, major European trophy, which is actually not good for a team. You can't claim to be a top team and not won a European trophy, even the UEFA Cup. You know what I'm saying? Like Europa League. So I wonder what's that's nice from Risa Shea. Looking nice. It's end of the game though. It's end of the game. JD Davison. Yo, that's hilarious. But hey, expressions is a poet, man. It's just you know, he's doing the content. Man's a poet for real, for real. That's a good defense there by Jaden Springer. It's Davison. Jump stop. I thought he's gonna get that one. That's hilarious, man. Expressions, man. Expressions is a comedian for real, for real. But nah, it's hilarious. I catch the clips here and out, here and there, man. I can't lie. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah, no, DeRozan's gone over to Sacramento. It was a really I was surprised at that move. Because obviously I know what the Bulls are trying to do. They're trying to rebuild, man. Like they've got some pieces there, the Bulls, man. Kobe White had a really good season last year. They got Patrick Williams. Um, I mean, even still, Sacramento have a good team. De'Aaron Fox, DeMontis Sabonis. Um, I like Malik Monk. Um, who else? Uh, what's his name? There was the guy, bro. Who got his name? But I don't know if it's gonna be enough. I don't think they had that little run a couple seasons ago. They lit the beam a few times, but I don't know if the Rosen is like good enough to be on a contender out west. I don't think so. I don't think so. But let's see how they do. I think they're 3-3 this season, and they're playing the Heat right now, I believe. and I think they lose. So. With the finish. 30-point lead, man. They're gonna run again, the Celtics. Simon, long free, miss. With Tyler Hero. I mean, it's interesting. There's some Heat fans that think he's good, and there's others that like say that he just needs to be out. But anyway, we got the big free show returning this for this season. Myself, Chino, and CM coming up on Thursday. And we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, man, because there's a lot to cover for the first show back. Harold's like the Rashford situation. I wonder what people think about Rashford. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. I don't think his heart's in it anymore. I can't lie for Man United. As much as I know he loves the team and he cares about the team and all of that, I don't think his heart is in it at United anymore. And so it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. Right? Like, I feel like he's fed up of having another manager come in and now he has to come and do the whole thing. Like, I think it's interesting. Quite interesting. Even though I rate Rashford though. I think on his day he's a really good I think on his day he can be really good. I mean, he just come off of his best ever season like a couple seasons ago. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. We'll see what happens. But look, that game is over, man. Celtics won by 30. 7-1 for the season. I'm back here. I'm back again on Wednesday. I can't wait for the game against the Warriors. It's gonna be big. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, big up to man like Mike Smolders, bro. Big up yourself, man. Thank you for coming through, man. Thank you for joining the playback room. We'll be back on Wednesday. I'm shooting the Boston Celtics against the Warriors. Should be a good game because the Warriors are back up at a good level again. Let's see how it goes. I'm hoping JB comes back though. But yeah. Big up yourself, bro. You have a good evening, night, morning, and all of that good stuff. I'll be back very, very soon. Big up to everybody on the YouTube as well that's come through. Big up, like, share, and subscribe as well. We out. Peace.